Let's get started, guys. Yeah, good morning, guys. I hope you are able to hear me and then see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So actually, the demo classes were last day yesterday itself, but some of the students requested to uh, plan one more day for the demo. So hence we are proceeding with the demo class for today. So today will be the last. So after this, the Zoom link will be changed. So whoever has enrolled for this course will be having the access or will be able to join the course. Okay. So do we have anyone newly joined today for this class?
Yes, I am Nityananda, newly joined.
Okay. Are there any other?
He also joined today.
Yeah. Hi, Rashid.
Hi.
So today you are going to get an email from the Ashok IT. So in that, the previous links will be there. So and the previous session links, I'm sharing it in the chat, guys. So we just completed 5 sessions. This is the 6th session. So I'll just go at a high level of what is the course, what is the fee, what is the content, and then what we are expecting. So I request you guys to please look at the videos of 5. And like once you are enrolling, then I can plan one of the backup sessions, 1 or 2 sessions, and we can cover last 5 classes, whatever we have discussed. Okay. So that means like if you would like to enroll, once you enroll it, don't feel that you have missed 5 classes. So will there be any reiterating or going through the 5 classes? Yes, I'll take up those. Another weekend session to complete those 5 classes, whatever we have discussed. In the meantime, you can also go through the videos. The videos are self-explanatory, and you can take a decision whether to enroll for the course or not.
Actually, I enrolled it.
Okay, fine. So you already have gone through the recordings and all?
Yeah, actually, I have seen 2 videos, 2 sessions.
Okay. So I have shared the remaining sessions. So please watch it, and you can ask me. Since you are already enrolled, you will be joining the upcoming classes as well. So you can ask me the questions anytime.
Okay.
And Rashid, you can watch. Like you already know, right? You are part of my earlier batch.
Yeah. I've gone through one or two couple of videos actually.
Okay.
Actually, I was not getting the time because I thought that it is 7 to 8, but it went to for 7 to 8:15. So I have
7:15 to 8:15.
actually.
Okay. So shouldn't be a problem. We'll see. If everyone like once the actual class starts, if everyone feels that 7 would be the fine, we can change it. Like we'll take a decision, no problem.
Okay.
So
because
for now,
in that one I saw that initially like 7 to 8, but again it changed from 7:15 to 8:15. So that's why I was like facing some issue on the time.
Yeah, fine. So actually I have to drop off my daughter at school bus at 7 o'clock. So that's the thing. Okay, fine. No issues. So I have just sent out the videos in the chat, or it is there in all the Telegram groups also, or WhatsApp groups also. You can watch it, and if you are interested, you can enroll. And you know how I teach, right? Already.
Yeah. I like your teaching. The way of explanation as well as a practical way. That is what actually I've been telling. Because most of the time I will not get like practice time, but at least if I see that one, I can remember and talk to anyone. Like that is the goal actually.
Okay. So today will be the last. So the enrollment email also I'll see. For those who wanted to enroll or not yet enrolled, you can take a screenshot of this. You will be getting an email. You might have received an email yesterday itself. If not, you can take a screenshot of this and then you can do the enrollment. And for collection, the fee is 3,000. For data structures, it is 8,000 or 10,000. 8,000 for live classes, 10,000 for backup videos up to 1 month. For collections, we are providing the...
Yeah, 3,000. If you are done with that one, we can enroll for the remaining amount, right?
Yeah. So once we are done, we can go ahead with the remaining things also. That at a later point of time, you can take a decision later also.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you.
Any other questions, anyone? Okay. Now, if no questions, let's get started. Okay. Now, still, yesterday we have looked at the remove method. And so can someone tell me how does the remove method work, or what is the internal implementation of a remove method of array list? Anyone? Just try to remember. So if I give the remove followed by index, okay. First of all, what should I check? I have to check. See, if my size of array is so my array list or custom array list size is 5. Now, can I remove the element 10?
No.
Okay, and can I? So whenever I call the remove method, it takes an integer. So can I pass the negative integer also?
Yes.
No.
I can pass it, correct?
Yes, we
But
can
I
pass it.
have to handle the change also, right? So
Yes.
whenever I pass the negative index or the size greater than the element present, so I have to throw the exception. So what we are doing, we are calling internally the get method, and then get method is taking care of this. If your index is negative or it's beyond the length, it is throwing exception. If not, it is giving you the element at that index. And after that, in order to delete, what I have to do?
To check the index of that, which one we need to do.
Okay. For example, I have my size of the array is 5 and I want to delete second index. What should I do?
So we need to create another one where we can copy that original to the existing one.
Okay. Whenever you're copying, what you need to take care? So before the index that is to be deleted, you have to copy the data as is. From the index, so whichever the index that you want to delete, you don't need to copy. So then what I need to do? Index plus 1 to the index, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if you look at the code that I have written here, general for loop, say if I less than or equal to index, I am copying as is. If it is else, then obj of I equal to a of I plus 1. That means from the original array I plus 1 position to the new array I position, right? So, but this is a custom code. Now, how can I get rid of this code?
By using the copy guard array copy.
System dot array copy.
Array copy.
Yeah, in this one, the first one is source position, source array, source data. And second one is what is the, see, if I am deleting 2, then 3 will come into the 2, 4 will come into the 3. So that's the reason we have added index plus 1 to be the index. And then number of, see, what is meant by number of shift operations, guys? Why do I need to calculate this?
While deleting that left side, we need to assign that to that empty this one.
No, it is not that. See, whenever you are trying to delete second element, if I am trying to delete this element, so do I need to perform shift operation? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, we need to.
But for example, if I delete this fifth last element, do I need to perform?
No need to.
So that means, see, whenever you are performing a shift operation, can I say you are copying, see, old array index plus 1, you are copying into the new array index position, correct? So likewise, so since you are using a system dot array copy, you have to tell that how many shift operations you need to do, correct? So if the see, if I am trying to delete the last element, the number of shift operations is array dot length minus index to be deleted minus 1. If my array length is 5 and I am trying to delete fifth index, so 6 minus 6 equal to 0. That means if it is 0, then I don't need to do any copy, right? So this number of shift operations will tell you how many, so to the array copy, how many times the copy data to be copied. And if it is greater than 0, I mean, like if you are deleting a last index, you don't need to do. If it is deleting before any of the index, you have to do. And why are we doing this one index minus 103 line number? Why are we doing this? Anyone? So the reason for doing this one is, see here, whenever after adding the data, index is incremented, right? But whenever you're deleting it, if you're not decrementing the index, there will be one empty space, correct? So in order to get rid of this, we are adding this one. So this is what we have seen in the previous class, right? So does anyone has any questions so far? Okay, no. If no questions, let us see. So now we have studied what is the internal implementation of array list, right? So internal data structure of array list is object array. Now the another question comes. So does the array list allow duplicates?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let us look at whether, see here, my customer array list is also allowing the duplicates or not. Let us see, correct? CL dot add 60. And then let's try to print it. Sys out CL. Let's run the program. So that means, see, it is allowing 6 duplicates, correct? So that means, can I say that my array list allows duplicates?
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, what is the order? What does the order that array list follows? Whatever you know.
Insertion order.
Now, can I say my customer array list is also following the insertion order? Say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now let me change. Let me put 60 here, and then 20, and then 50, and then 90 here, and at the end 60 here. So now let us run the program and see whether I will get the same order or not. Am I getting the same thing?
Yes.
So that means my customer list is also following the insertion order. Am I right? Yeah. Now, can someone tell me, is the array list synchronized?
No.
Okay. First of all, what is meant by a synchronization?
To get the thread safety, we will use this synchronization.
Yeah.
Allowing
What is a thread safety then?
thread safety in the sense means actually if the same thread is invoking for the task means at the time we will get to have the deadlock situation will be will get away. To avoid this one, we use that synchronization.
Yes. So whenever you are explaining that, whatever you said is correct. But threads, what is meant by thread safety means, when thread, see, for example, I have a, let us say, I'll, whatever the example I'll tell in the thread class, let us explain that. So I have a bank account. Okay. Now, in my bank account, I have a balance of 10,000. Okay. Akash is, so from this 10,000, I am withdraw. I am performing withdraw using one thread. Okay. Now, I mean, this thread is nothing but through ATM. Through ATM, I'm trying to withdraw 5,000. And at the same time, I'm getting a salary from my from office. Okay. And they are depositing the salary of 8,000. If both the transactions are happening at the same time. Now, if after these two transactions are done, can someone tell me what will be the output?
13K.
13K. Okay. But how are you saying that it is 13K? Because I am telling that these two, so whatever I'm withdrawing, at the same time, my employer is also trying to deposit. See, can that situation happen? Where, for example, at the end of the month or first of every month, we'll get a salary, correct? So whenever whenever the salary, we are getting a salary means your employer will inform this amount you have to deposit into this account to the bank. So what they will do, bank will do a bulk deposit for all the employees. Now, whenever they are depositing, at the same time, whether it's a fortunately or unfortunately, you can do the withdraw. Am I right? Can it happen in the real life?
Yes.
Even it is happening, what are you saying? You're thinking that 10 plus 8, 18, 18 minus 5, 13, correct? So that means, can I say here both the threads are trying to execute on the same object at a time?
Yes.
So when it is happening, still your output is accurate, correct? So that means when one transaction is happening, So it has to wait for the other transaction has to wait for this to be completed, right? So for example, if it is if withdraw and these two are waiting for receipt. For example, both are happening at the same time, same millisecond, nanoseconds. Then after if salary thread has to wait for the withdraw thread to complete 10,000 minus 5,000. So 5,000 on top of this 5,000, this 8,000 will be added. This is what happens in the real life. But so why will be getting an output as 13K? Because whenever you are working with any bank, so there is a synchronization. That means even though you are doing the multiple transactions at a time, those transactions are synchronized. That means one transaction, if on one object, if one transaction is happening, other transactions has to wait so that you will get an accurate output. Am I right? So for example, if there is no synchronization between these two, so one thread will execute 5,000 and this thread will also perform parallelly 10,000 plus 8,000. So it will show 18,000. So after the completion of transaction, your balance might be 8,000, 18K. If it is a 18K, can I say it is a loss to the bank of 5K? If it's a 5,000, can I say it's a loss to the employee of 7 or 8K? Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that means here, what is happening? Can I say here, in this example, do I have the synchronization?
We don't have it.
In this example, whatever the bank example, whatever, like whenever you're getting the output as 13K, do you have a synchronization? Yes, no?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have, right? Now, so that means this is what is synchronization. That means if multiple threads are trying to access on the same object, one thread has to wait for other thread has to complete, correct? Now, can someone tell me, is the array list synchronized?
No.
No.
Okay. Now, how can I have explained the synchronization concept, but in the programmatic approach, if I want to do the synchronization, what should I do? How can I achieve a synchronization in the programming?
By using a synchronization block, we can.
Yeah. So that means whichever the method or so here I have written an add method. If I want to make this add method as a synchronized, can I say I have to add a synchronized keyword here?
Yes.
There is a keyword called synchronized keyword. I can add a synchronized keyword, or inside the method, I can add a synchronized block. Correct? This is how I can make it. Now, by default, is the array list synchronized? No.
No.
That means, what does the meaning? In the array list, we have some methods, correct? Add method, remove method. Let us go and look at it. Do you see the synchronized keyword here?
No.
Now, that means array list is not synchronized. That means multiple thread can execute add method on a same time. Now let us see that how it happens. Here, let me quickly look at, guys. See here. I just have created one class called main class. Or let me create quickly here in this one. We are trying to learn what is the synchronization. Okay. I'll change that. But is the vector synchronized?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is a vector? Vector, list is an interface, correct? We have seen that list is an interface. So array list is a class which is extended, which is implementing the list interface. Similarly, Java creators has created another class called vector. Java creators has created another class called vector. See, can I say that we are able to see that vector is implementing a list interface?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, since it is implementing a list interface, can I say it has overridden all the abstract methods like add, remove, etc.? Look at it.
Yes.
Now, do you see the synchronized keyword here?
Yes.
Yes.
So that means array list is one implementation of a list interface. Vector is another implementation of a list interface. Vector is synchronized. Array list is not synchronized. Now, if I have to make my custom array list as synchronized, what should I do?
We need to add a keyword called synchronized.
So for all these methods, I have to add a keyword called synchronized, correct?
Yes.
Now what is the advantage? See, I just told that synchronization means even though if you are trying to perform multiple operations, when one thread is executing, all other thread has to go into a wait mode. Let me show you that. Okay. Now let's quickly create. How can I create a thread in Java?
Extending a thread class or implementing runnable interface.
Extend thread class. So by extending a thread class and then override the run method, right? Yeah. Okay, now let me create one more thread also, because I wanted to do 2 threads, right? Thread 2, done. Now let me create main class. Main class means where I will have write the main method. See here, let me write main method. Now, as what is the thing I wanted to say? I wanted to see whether array list is synchronized or not. Okay, we have seen in the method there is no synchronized keyword. That means on the same object, multiple threads can work parallelly, correct?
Yes.
So if multiple threads are working parallelly, do you see the output as proper?
No, it's
Sometimes
not
you will get,
Sometimes
sometimes you may not get, correct?
Yes.
Sometimes you will get, sometimes you may not, right? So let us see that. So L equal to new array list. Okay, done. Now, so see this, I mean, like what is the example I told? 2 threads are working on a same object. That means for these 2 threads, I have to pass this array list object from main method, correct? Then only I can say that both the threads are working on the same object. Am I right? So how can I pass the object to this here thread? So in the thread class, I will create a constructor. Thread 1. In this one, let me create list object. L this dot L equal to L. Okay, done. Now let me keep the name of the thread also, correct? String thread name. So how can I keep? I will write super followed by thread name. So that super class constructor will be invoked and the thread name will be set, correct? Now in the run method, what I will do? To the same L, I will try L dot add 10. Okay, done. Now let's go to the thread 2, create the same constructor. So let's copy from here and I'll modify the name. Okay, done. Now here also I will do L dot add 20. Now what I have to do? I have to pass from the main class. Using the main class, I'll create a thread object first. How can I create a thread object since I'm extending from thread class? Creating an object itself is called as a thread object, right? Are you guys able to follow me what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So this is nothing related to collection case. It's a complete thread, but I'm trying to explain what is meant by synchronization. Okay. Now T1 dot start, T2 dot start. I'm also wanted to start complete threads batch again. So I'll let you know at the end. Okay. So yeah, whenever I start the thread, what happens? Run method will be invoked, correct? The first thread name I kept as a T1 method, T1, second thread I kept it as a T2. Now, can I say for both the threads, what object I am passing? Is it same or different?
Same.
Same. That means, can I say both the threads are working on the same object now?
Yes.
So synchronization, if the array list is not synchronized, means, so both the threads can execute the add method at a time, correct? Now let us see that. Okay, now let's run debug as, let's go to the main class, debug as Java application. So here, both the threads have started. The first thread is started. Okay, let me start it from the main class. So let me put a breakpoint here. See first, see start method is the one which creates a thread. Thread is nothing but an independent path of execution. So from here, it will go to the thread 1, T1 dot run method. Done. Let's go to the thread 2. See, don't worry. This is how you can visualize a thread. If you do not know, you can learn in the thread class completely. See, I am debugging. Now, see, look at here. Thread 1, thread 2, both are working on the same object. Am I right?
Yes.
Sorry, my mistake. I have started only with this. Here I have to change it to thread 2, correct? Both I have started only thread 1. Hope you understand. These two are different classes. See, T1 dot start, it has created a thread. T2 dot start, it has created a thread. Done. And now, see, look at here. What is the L? Say it's empty. Now here, what is the L? It is empty. Now let's go to the add. So that means I'm calling the add method of a array list. Let's see here. So where is the array list? Or else let's quickly Control Shift T. Array list. Let us go to the add method, right? Add of int. Now this is a method gets called. Now let's put a breakpoint here. Now let's go to the T1. Now I am debugging the first thread. I am going inside this. Okay, I think this is not the one. Okay, see, we kept it in wrong method. Look at here. It's a 2 parameter. We have to keep it in single parameter, right? Let's put a breakpoint here. Let me debug again. Both the threads are started. Now I'll go to the array list class and then I'll put a breakpoint here. Now from T1 thread, I'm debugging. I'm going inside it. See, can I say T1 thread is executing add method on an object, correct? Now I'll go to the T2 method and then I'll see whether it is also executing, correct? See, can I say both are executing now? See, both the threads are executing parallelly, correct? See, line number 446, 466, line number 466. Yes or no? Are you guys able to see?
Yes.
So whenever both the threads are executing parallelly, can I say, do you get an output proper?
May get or may not.
We may or may not, correct?
Yes.
So if you are using, for example, if you are using a multi-threading concept in banking application, so is it the right position to use the array list?
No.
No.
Because
Not
array list is not synchronized, correct? So see, look at here. I'll show you the difference between vectors so that you can understand properly. But if I see both the threads, T1 thread and T2 thread are executing parallelly, correct? Now, so that means both are executing parallelly. Let me take a screenshot here. See, threads are visualization of threads is very difficult. So that's the reason I am trying to tell continuously. Okay. Now, what about a vector? Vector is synchronized. That means multiple threads cannot execute at a time, correct? If one thread is executing, second thread will go on to a wait mode. Now, instead of passing an array list object, let me pass a vector object, correct? Now, let us run the program, same program. Now, let us see what is the difference. That means if you see the difference, can I say that you will understand what is the difference of a synchronized and non-synchronized? Yes. See, both the threads are getting started. T1 started, T2 started. Now, I'll have to go to the vector add method, right? Look at here. Now, T1 thread I'm starting. T1 thread is entering the vector add method. And it is a synchronized. Do you see the lock symbol here? That means T1 thread has acquired the lock on this array vector object. Now, if I go to the T2 thread and click on F6, earlier in array list, what is happening? Both are executing. Do you see any lock symbol over here?
No.
But here, do you see the lock symbol?
Yes.
What does it mean? That means T1 thread has acquired the lock. What is the lock? Object lock on the vector object, which you passed it from the main method. Can a T2 thread execute at the same time? No. Look at here. If I click on F6, is it going? The debugger is gone. It went into a stepping mode. That means this T2 thread is waiting for the T1 to complete. Look at here. Now, if I complete this method, can I say I have completed the execution? See, T1, T2 thread started executing, correct? So that means, is it happening parallelly? In a vector, is it happening parallelly? No, it is not happening, correct?
It's locked.
Yeah, that means, can I say your output will be always perfect, correct? So in multi-threading environment, which one should I choose?
Synchronized.
Synchronized one.
That means vector, right? Now, I hope you understand what is meant by synchronization, right? You, in the initial days, you might know that array list is not synchronized, vector is synchronized. But you actually know what is meant by synchronization now, I hope, right?
Yes.
Any questions, anyone? This is very hard to understand, guys, and very hard to show it programmatically also. I tried. So since threads are difficult topics, so I wanted to explain with the programming. So don't worry about these classes and all. I'll be sharing the code with you guys. Any questions on this? What is meant by array list synchronized or vector synchronized, etc.? Okay. Yeah. So now if I want to make my so that means array list is synchronized means array list is not synchronized. That means multiple thread can execute on a same object. What is the problem if I do that? Your output may be consistent or may not be consistent. But is it fast? Yes. But if you are using a vector, multiple threads, if multiple threads are trying to access the same object, then what happens? One thread will go in a wait mode for the other thread to complete, right? So in this way, I'll get a consistent output, but it may be a little time taking. So in multi-threading, which one you will prefer? Is it array list or vector?
Vector will be preferred.
Vector. So now here, what is a vector? So now let us see. What is the internal data structure of a vector? What do you think?
Object array.
Object
array only. Correct. Now let us see. See, whenever I say vector object, can I say I will call the constructor? See, this dot initial capacity. This means the element data equal to new object array. This means what is the internal data structure?
Object array only.
Okay. Now, if I want to see, I have written a custom array list. Similarly, can I write a custom vector?
Yes, we can.
So what would be the change?
In the custom vector, we have to make the synchronized one.
So that means now whenever you're writing a custom array list, can you make it synchronized, your array list?
Yes, we can change.
Yes, because it's in your hands, correct? It's an array list implemented by you. See, generally, in interview, how the question will be asked is, the array list is not synchronized, correct? Now, whatever the array list I have written, is it synchronized? Custom array list?
Not synchronized.
Now, if I want to make it synchronized, can I do?
Yes, we can do.
Just adding a synchronized keyword for all the methods, right? So they might be asking, so can you write a synchronized array list? Custom synchronized array list. Can you write? Yes. Custom synchronized array list is nothing but a vector only, right? And what is another change? Array list capacity increments by 50%. But what about the vector? Vector, the capacity, once the capacity is reached, it will increment by 100%, right? So that means you just remove the by 2, correct? Now let me show you the vector methods also. The add method is synchronized. Let us see remove method. See, remove, is it a synchronized remove method also? Let's see get method. Is the get method also synchronized? That means what is the difference between array list and vector? Like one is a capacity and another is a array list is not synchronized. Vector is synchronized. Now, by looking at this, since you are already looked at or we have written a custom array list, can you guys write a custom vector and show it to me in the next class? or you can, whatever you have written, you can share it in the WhatsApp group as well. Will you be able to do? Yes, no? Yeah, I see only one response from Akash. What about others?
Yes, Karthik will do.
Yeah. So see,
Yeah,
if
yes,
you
sir.
write it, your skills will be improved, guys. That is my intention. Correct? And whenever you're writing, you might be getting some questions. You can get those questions will be cleared. The intention that you said in the initial demo classes is you want to excel in the coding, right? You wanted to, like, instead of theory and all, you wanted to write the code. In all these classes, I have written all these classes from the scratch itself, correct? So just try it. If you are stuck up anywhere, let me know. I can explain. Okay. So this is about a array list and vector. So we have covered normal general topics as well as we covered the internal details. Now, in the next class, I can start now, but the time will not be suffice. So in the next class, we are going to look at the hash map. How does the hash map works? So what is the internal data structure of a hash map? We are going to see what is a put method, what is a get method. We cannot implement a hash map at this point of time because hash map internally uses a linked list approach or tree approach. So I will explain how does the internal put method, get method, remove method will work. And then we'll go into the hash set and then we'll learn the linked list. So once we complete the linked list, then you will get an idea. If you want to do the custom hash map, how can I do? Because at this point, see, array list, in order to create a custom array list, what should I do? What is the knowledge I need? How can I create an array? Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, but
Yes.
in the hash map, the internal data structure is node array. It's an array only. But how it will store? It will store in the form of a linked list or tree approach. So in order to know that, you need to know, first of all, what is a tree or what is a linked list. So those topics will come next. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to explain how does the put method work, how does the get method work, how does the remove method work, or what is the internal implementation. Okay. Once that is done, we'll see hash set also. Once that is also done, then we'll get into the linked list. Whenever we are discussing about a linked list, we have written a custom array list, right? Similarly, we are going to write a custom linked list. We are going to write how to insert a element at the head, in middle, at the end, how to retrieve, how to remove, everything we are going to see. Once we complete the linked list, you will be getting an idea on how to, if you want to implement hash map, custom hash map, how can you do? Okay.
Yeah. Said like we have also in the ad we have at index level insertion also, right?
Yes, yes.
So
You can say,
this
so whenever you want to do the index level, so you have to see
Okay.
the method takes, oh, sorry, here, not here. Let me, yeah, in the array list, see index level means, just a minute, I'll hide this. Let me stop this. Let me go to any of the thread. L dot add. See here, this method which takes an index and then integer. The first one is the index. You can also say, if I want to insert 0 and at the position I want to insert 20, you can do like this. So if you want to do this, so your question is, how can I do manually? Or how can I write custom code?
Yeah, custom code like.
So here, if you want to do this, see here, whenever you call the add method, are you providing any index?
No.
We are not providing.
So that means internally, you are creating one variable called index equal to 0, and then you are incrementing it, correct? Now, but whenever I'm providing the index, it is so easy, correct? Now, first of all, you have to check. See, for example, here my size of the array list is 10, and I'm providing 11. Can I insert?
No.
Okay. if my size of array list is 5, now if I'm giving you the 2, then what might be the implementation internally? You don't need to do any index plus plus, right? Directly you take
Correct.
this index.
You should go and
Now,
replace.
can I say directly a of 2? You have to say a of 2 equal to 20, correct? Directly, the array name
Okay.
followed by the whatever the past index, and then you can keep the data. If it so, you have to check only one check. This index cannot be negative, and this index cannot be beyond the array size, correct? And if not, then you can directly place the data, right? See, the difference between array add method and then add with the index is, in add method you are not providing any index, so that's the reason you are doing a dynamically index plus plus.
Insertion order.
Yeah,
right.
but if you know the index, automatically you can easily tell, right? See, the same thing is in the get method also. If you say get of 2, what I'm doing, I'm directly telling the I want only second index. That means how can you retrieve a index value from the array? Array name followed by open bracket, close bracket. In between, you can mention which index you want. Hope you understand.
Yeah, right. We have one contains also, right? In this.
Yeah, contains also, like, see, what does a content? I have explained in the yesterday class itself, contains. So how
Okay.
you can implement contains? What does a contains method will return?
It will just boolean. It will give.
So L dot contains, I will give 30. Okay. Now what does it mean? It will the contains method will return true or false. Now, what do you think? What may be the internal implementation?
Checking the value of
Yeah.
the existing.
Where do you see? Whenever you add a data to the array list, where it is getting stored? In the array, correct?
In the array object.
So now, so what might be the contains method implementation? Can I say I have to iterate over the array? Int I equal to 0, I less than a dot length, I plus plus. Now here I can say if a of I equal to this 30, correct? I can do, if it is an integer, I will use this double equal. If it is a string, dot equals method, correct? If it is equal, then what
Yes.
I will have to return? I'll return true.
Yeah, boolean.
Okay. Now if it is not matching, then I have to iterate entire the array, correct? See, I have to complete the for loop, and if it is not matching, then I will return false, correct? Can I say this is my implementation of a contains method? Am I right? Rashid?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, like once you the complex ones are add, remove, and get. So remaining things, if you just think about little bit, you will get an idea.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? Anyone? Yeah, Praneeth, it depends. See here. Okay, you are asking about this one, right? Let's quickly run this. Have you tried the running, or you want me to run?
If it is okay, you can run, Karthik.
Let's try to print it. So what do you think? It will do the right shift operation, or it will do the add?
Okay, got it, Karthik.
So if you see, but in the customer release, whatever I told, it's up to us, right? The implementation. Correct? Hope you understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, if no question, that's all for today. So I have shared, like, let me share the what you call demo class links again for the people who joined late. Yesterday, Naidu was asking about the demo class links. I'm sharing it in this here. Okay. Now, Pranit, to do this right shift operation, can I say that you can
Yeah, I
use the
will.
same thing, system.array copy, and you need to play with the positions only?
Yeah,
correct?
I will try it. I will try it,
Yeah.
Karthik.
Or you can write manually also. So what you have to do, you have to see, whenever you're trying to delete, remove method, you are creating a new array list with one less size. Now, whenever you're doing this, you have to create a new object array with a 1 plus 1 more size, correct? My predefined size is 3. Now, whenever you're giving like this, with add method with the 2 parameters, you have to create a object array with predefined size plus 1. And then you need to copy, before this, you need to copy as this. From this, you need to push it. Just try, okay?
Yeah, I will try it.
So the work for tomorrow, guys, like similar to the customer release, write a custom vector, and you can share your homework in the WhatsApp group that is created. I think today we have joined some new guys have joined, right? I think Palani Swami, you have joined first day, right?
Yeah.
So hope you understand today's class.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I have shared the previous class links in the chat. Were you able to
Okay.
get those?
Yeah. I'm able.
So just if you are interested, you can watch this. So you can watch this. It even though you don't want to enroll, that is also fine, not a problem. But just watch it. You will get some knowledge.
Sure.
And after watching, if you are interested, you can enroll.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions? Anyone else? So today will be the last demo class, guys. And from tomorrow onwards, for all those enrolled candidates, you might have received a call from Ashok KT and they told how to access the website, how to access the portal, how to access the videos, etc. Am I right? For those who already enrolled.
Yes, Karthik.
Yeah. So Zoom link will be changed. You have to join through the portal automatically. Even for you, it doesn't matter like which Zoom link you are using because you're joining through the portal. Yeah.
Karthik, I have not got any email from Ashok IT.
Oh, can you put your email ID to me in the chat? I'll ask them to send it to you. Or I have shared. See, yesterday I was talking about the same thing. Yesterday you have asked for the previous videos, right? Now
Yes.
I just look
Can
at
you
the chat.
Okay, let me copy. Yep.
Okay, these are the videos. You can watch it, and let me share the screen. And if you are interested, you can just take a screenshot of this if you want to do the payment.
Okay.
So this is you can take. Can you take a screenshot? Yesterday, admin was not available. He was having some emergency. So I'll ask them to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Can you take a screenshot of this?
Yeah, I haven't got that links. So sorry. Let me click each one.
We designed the all-new Honda Pilot Trail Sport.
I love
We made it adventure ready.
to a 5-star experience, and I always
Yeah. I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay. So I took your email address. I'll ask them to send an email to you. But in the meantime, please check the spam email as well. Okay. So if no question, that's all for today, guys.
Sir, when multi-threading workshop you are taking?
Yeah, I wanted to start on maybe next Wednesday, 28th. The poster is not yet ready. So it will be ready by tomorrow and I will share it. From 28th, we'll start the multi-worth threading, like which is a next Wednesday, and it will go for 20 days.
Sir, whatever
So
the
timing,
MongoDB,
Sorry, I could not hear you.
whatever
sir,
the
timing.
MongoDB.
MongoDB, I will start soon.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. There was some other question.
So timings are for that multi-threading workshop.
Will be after this class, maybe 8:30.
Okay.
8:30 to 9:30. And this is the course content, guys. Don't worry, I'll talk about this in the upcoming class. See, this is the course content. Complete threads, like see, generally you don't see the thread in a practical way, right? But explaining, I'll be explaining all these concepts with a practical example. So I think Rashid was part of my threads batch. Rashid, were you?
Even I was the part of multi-threading. Karthik.
Oh, okay. So can you share your experience? Like if will it be useful for not only the interviews, will it be useful for real time and all? Can you share your just feedback?
Yes, definitely, Karthik. Actually, it will be elaborating section because each step and what are the thread, nothing is which will be pending from thread side because everything will be discussed with elaborate manner. We can get good knowledge, no doubt in that.
Thanks, Harish. So completely like I'll be talking about the threads with the programming. Generally, I have seen when someone asks you about a thread, telling the definition itself is little difficult, right? So, but I'll share the notes and I'll share the programs and we'll try everything looking at a practice approach. Okay. So that is getting started from 28th. The poster is not yet ready. It will be ready by tonight and I'll start sharing it. And it just takes maximum of 20 to 25 days. By 19th of July, it will be completed. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Naidu, I'll inform admin to send an email to you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.